everyone. Thanks for clicking on this tarot reading. Out of all the tarot readings on YouTube and in the wild, the guys brought you to this message because it's sure to be a great one. And I'm just out here as it's raining cats and dogs, looking at all these gulls and crows waiting for worms and slugs to come up out of the grass. And actually the other night when I was walking, there's a horse trail that sometimes I like to walk. And at night you have to be real careful not to step in any sorts of piles. So I was looking at the ground as I was walking and just, being here now. And I've seen a lot of snails crawling across. I was like, oh, it's gonna rain, isn't it? 111 as I looked on the timer. And they were like, yep. And I was like, okay. Because it has been pretty hot and dry. And I don't know, the worker at the park just like chased all the birds off of the grass. I don't know. They're just gonna go back. But anyway, it's just been real hot and dry. And even though living in Southern California, like, hot weather is to be expected even in the winter time. Hi, Bubble. I mean, honestly, the seasons here are summer, late summer, early spring, and early summer. That's kind of how it goes here. But with this downpour of rain, I'm feeling a little giddy and excited. We had some really great cloud formations in the sky last night, or yesterday, and then actually last week there were or a couple weeks ago, there were some really cool clouds I had seen. But it's just also right before the rain been real chilly. Like you just feel these cold snaps at certain points, and that is just the reminder that the last throes of winter encourage us to pause and prepare for all the amazing things that are coming up. Just right before an amazing breakthrough, you're gonna be called to pause, reflect, prepare, because to process the amazing occurrence coming up, you definitely want to go through it in a way that you haven't before. So I brought the Tarot of the Divine deck here, and I also have the Halloween Forever Oracle. My hands are a little cold, so we're going to start warming them up by shuffling these cards. So the Tarot of the Divine has a lot of great fairy tale and folklore imagery. So I felt that with Lunar New Year and the Ring of Fire eclipse that's actually happening tomorrow as well. That this deck is supremely apt to show us what we should see at this time, and we have Two of Swords on the bottom. So yeah, I do love Two of Swords. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck because it's all about trusting the unseen. It's also a card of intuition. It's hard to see, I'm so sorry. I have it in cinematic mode, there we go. So, how there's fire surrounding her. and water in the back. So wonderful. But let's keep shuffling. And I would like to ask Source, the universe, Zero, and all beings of the highest benevolence and love that are of the light and are also of the shadow, able to hold the light, to join us and oversee this divinatory act for the highest and most best of all watching this video. Thank you so much. I had seen two crows earlier canoodling on a lamppost, so cute. And then some of them were like bathing in the rain. Oh my gosh, they're so adorable. Oh, okay. Oh, ready. Did something fall? No, I don't think so. It was just a water droplet. Okay. Well, one more shuffle since I was there. Yeah, they're definitely ready. Thank you. My cards only show the truth, universe, and are extremely accurate. What is something that the collective should see right now? I just need to step down the way. Actually, I haven't looked to see if there's any like particular spreads in this book. Yeah, they have like basic spreads, 5 cards. Okay, let's do the 5-card spread here. Because it's talking a lot about seen and unseen. So here we go. For the present, okay, it's actually the one on top. And then the past, current, future. And then we have unseen influences, which is I didn't say the bottom. And this one is the hidden potential. I'm not burn myself in the incense there. Okay, so I'm gonna flip them over. I'm not taking any reversals, thank you. Okay. Okay, so in the present we have the 2 of Wands. And here we go. As you can see here, right? So in this card, you're bridging the past and the future. You're bridging what has gone and what's to come by being here now. You are holding such strength and creativity with the, what is this? This is some sort of staff. And then you have a club as well. that you're able to make very level-headed and balanced decisions. What may seem unconventional to others is, because it's a key actually. What may seem unconventional to others is the key to your success, is the creation of the reality that you wish to exist in, that you wish to see. How we change the world is how we change ourselves. And, Michael Jackson said, to change, you gotta start with the being in the mirror, with the human in the mirror. So, this is just a really great card, and you're just extremely abundant with all these grapes here, and they are purple grapes, so you just trust your intuition to guide you to make these balanced and level-headed decisions. And it's bringing your wishes to fruition. So that's in the present, which is really cool. Like, oh man, that's a really great card to have. And then in the past, we have the Page of Wands. So just all this fire and passion and creativity, and it can also be a little bit that you're maybe impulsive in your decisions, and it led to it's led to a lot of how can I say, because pages are they can be naive, right? They can be impulsive, they can be self-centered, egotistical. And for me, the Page of Wands, you're just taking steps that were more ego-based. You were taking steps that looked conventional, that looked good to others. And it's just all part of it. The way that you transmute your past to benefit your future, because you have bananas, and bananas are actually a berry, if you didn't know. But they're also a great source of potassium. You only need half of a banana for your whole day's worth of potassium. So it's you're just kind of running on half-truths and half-steps, and feeling as though you may have ruined things for yourself, but it's not the case. And then in the current future, which is interesting, the current future, the near future, we have the Hangman. And in this card, in this deck, it is Sleeping Beauty. And honestly, Sleeping Beauty, like many of the fairy tales, is convoluted and contrived. In the Disney version, they would have you believe that a prince came and saved her with true love's kiss, woke her from her sleep. But And the original telling of this folklore, actually, she's violated and basically kidnapped to live as a mistress to, I don't remember if it's a prince or a king, that goes and basically essays her in her sleep. And then she becomes pregnant by that, and he brings her to his castle. And he's already married. So it's just really weird for me. Sleeping Beauty in general. I mean, I released my past, but to be vulnerable and honest with you, Sleeping Beauty was used as a way to groom me by my abuser. So, in the current future, the hangman in the traditional sense is to take a step back and gain a new perspective, is to basically pause and prepare. So I would like to read, because I actually haven't read what they wrote for the hangman here. I'm just curious. Always remain curious. Because it's an Italian, the Sleeping Beauty is from Italy. It doesn't really say anything about Sleeping Beauty, but it does say the hangman seizes forward momentum to avoid disaster and instead favors reflection. Sleeping Beauty is a symbol of stasis. With the options of sleep or death, she chooses to wait for more favorable conditions. That would be in the super heavy ending. That's the super heavy ending interpretation of Sleeping Beauty. So yeah, it's just that in the current future, you're pausing and preparing for what's coming up, for what's on the path ahead. And then 4, in the unseen influences, I knew it was going to be there, is the 2 of Swords. So it was on the bottom of the deck, and I thought I had shuffled it, but when I felt to pull it, it just was calling out. And I do love this card so much because you have this 6-headed serpent in the back. I can't put it too close, but it's right here. And 6s are a number of balance, of self-reflection, of self-love. It's basically a reciprocity number. The reciprocity that you give yourself, you can afford to others. And that's also the water behind her is churning into a whirlpool. So the unseen influence are that there's just all these emotions churning within you, but that you remain balanced. You remain neutral about the chaos that may seem to be around and all the emotions that are coming up within you. For me, this card is saying you're a super empath, that you experience all of the more heavier aspects of, the human paradigm, so that you could cultivate, define, and hold the standards and boundaries that you have, and that you're able to help others without taking on their baggage. You're not here to save anyone, but when you see someone who's willing to accept the service that you offer, the service that you possess, how can I say, it's just so easy and effortless, right? It's just the perfect alignment. So yes, this is a great card. The unseen influences are how balanced and aligned that you are with this path. I mean, you have 2 of Wands, which makes the 4 of Wands, and 4 of Wands is one of the they look like 11. So your wishes, your highest wishes are here. Your highest wishes are all around you. Your highest wishes are the physical paradigm. And then we have the hidden potential. We have the 8 of Cups. So that's the hidden potential, is that you walk away from what doesn't serve you. You have no problem. Again, it's just reinforcing that you have cultivated and defined these standards and boundaries that you know are the highest best, that you know serve so many. And even with all of what it would seem like to be good was actually too good to be true. What you knew, what you're walking away from, again, looks good to others, but wasn't for you. And so that's why you have so much potential. Again, reinforcing the super empath. Because it's not like, because you don't go around manipulating people. You don't go around using this to, you utilize your gifts and abilities and connection for your benefit, for your highest best. That's why we're all here. But you don't use them at the disadvantage of others. And this card also talks about things not being what they may have seemed or worked out the way that you thought they would, and that's just, to me, reinforcing the Page of Wands, how in the past you used to be impulsive, taking half steps, surviving on half-truths, and now you're just like, no, I'm done with that shit. I'm moving on. Don't look back to it, or you're turning salty, okay? But I'm curious about what that lore is in that 8 of Cups. That's from Egypt. Is a Hebrew legend. Oh, it's Moses. I thought so. Moses was raised as a prince of Egypt, but realized he needed to sacrifice his royal life and wealth to pursue a spiritual and ascetic one. So yeah, that's just you moving forward in what you feel called to do, what your soul's desires are calling you, what your intuition has been guiding you to go towards. I would like to close. We'll see. I might do a separate reading with my pendulum here. So be sure to look out for that one, please. And I would like to close this reading out with the Halloween Forever Oracle. to ask Source, the universe, zero. What is an energy to best move forward through Lunar New Year? What energy can the collective embody to best move forward? Oh, the goals are back. I knew it. Pumpkin baby. You're so cute. So I love this card. Basically the energy to embody is how guided and protected you are, how connected you are to everything around you. You are in such oneness with all of creation, and that is why what you create is so heavily protected and loved and cherished. This is so amazing. Oh my god, I'm almost to tears right now. This is so beautiful, and she's literally like, she's crying. So yeah, there's just so much light and power that you bring to everything around you. How you reflect the most treasured aspects of humanity. Because those little birds there. Because how humble and patient that you are. So I will read the excerpt here first. I mean, I know this card, but oh, excuse me. Don't bother with this year. I'll just use my sleeve here. Oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful reading. I'm so happy for each one. I'm so happy for us. What a friendly universe we exist in. So it says, you have conceived of something magical. You are about to bring forth a beautiful new being, condition, or project. Prepare for a profound and positive change. So, this card could indicate a pregnancy, but it could also be that you are about to adopt a child, birth a creative project, take home an animal friend, or otherwise hold the space for something wonderful and new to come through. And a download I received in the shower this morning is that the void is mother because she holds space for us. So whatever it is, angels and beings of light surround you, tirelessly praying for you, blessing your birthing process, and sending love to your symbolic or literal baby. So I'm just going to read the whole thing because it's really very fitting. Bringing in something new is a sacred sort of alchemy. You are a limitless optimist one. Consider planting a seed. First you wait, then you begin to see a sprout, and eventually, with the help of nature and the great mystery, there is a plant where once there was only bare ground. In time, the plant blossoms and bears fruit. Every fruit contains its own seeds, each with potential for new life. In time, that life will express itself wildly, generously, and in countless variations. This supernatural mother-to-be is pleased, but she is also intimidated. If you feel that way too, you are not alone. Births and significant changes always come along with worries and fears. These feelings prove that you care and are approaching the gestation and incubation process with appropriate seriousness, attention, and respect. You can minimize your fears and magnify your joy when you listen deeply to your body's wisdom and the whispers of the angels. Nourish and care for yourself. Body, mind, and spirit. Eat healthy food, exercise gently, get plenty of sleep. Embellish the nursery or gather and organize the creative and practical tools you need. Wisely and conscientiously prepare for what is to come. This is the happy new change that will transform your life forever. Nurture it, make way for it, welcome it, and step proudly into your important new role. So this is just such an amazing reading, and I'm so glad that you joined me in this, and if you've made it this far, please comment down below some jack-o'-lantern emojis so that you may receive the energy of this message and exchange your own, and know that it comes back to you 100 times fold in the best way imaginable. And I wish you a very beautiful and happy Lunar New Year. And may the fire horse bring your greatest wishes with the swiftness and passion of the depths of your soul. And I'll see you in the next one time. Love ya.